Chris Sims joining us now. I mean, you busted your spleen. You probably still tried to hide that when you played, didn't you?
I did. You're saying it right, Dan. 100%. It's a performance business, and then you put yourself into Tua's shoes to what you're talking about. First off, football players want to play football. Quarterbacks are usually and generally love the game in all aspects of it, right? They've got a little mojo. It's the first time in his NFL career he's got some positive stuff going on with him. He knows he's got a pretty good backup, Teddy Bridgewater, behind him. He doesn't want to give him that chance. So yeah. Again, I've said to Florio a million times when we had this conversation. If I was in today's NFL, I got my head hit hard. I'd get up doing something with my shoulder. And yeah, there was no way. I was bleeding internally and dying out and bleeding out. They weren't taking me out of the game. I didn't know I was that. I thought maybe it broke, a rib and it was touching my lung or whatever, but it is the nature of the beast. I think Joe Burrow hit this, perfectly. I at no point thought Ray Lewis running into me at full speed was good for my body when I signed up for football. I wasn't like, I think I'll live longer if Ray runs into me full speed and just cleans my clock a few times. So it's a big boy sport. It's a sport of big people. And, of course, it's a lot of intensity and people fighting for their careers, and that leads to some violent, hits on the football field.
Okay, how do you have your spleen get what was the medical term that did it explode, and who hit you?
Well, it was Thomas Davis, right, and Chris Jenkins. It was kind of a double whammy. We had a play called 23Z in, and I thought I was going to have the curl route open, and somebody flashed in front of it, and now I cocked the ball back because the pocket was collapsing, and I was going to throw the ball out of bounds, and I saw Thomas Davis coming at me, but as I was throwing the ball and got in that compromised position, Chris Jenkins hit me from behind, and it really extended me, right, almost into a back extension. And that at that moment is where Thomas Davis put the crown of his helmet right in the soft spot of my belly. And yeah, you're not thinking you're bleeding internally. I thought maybe I broke a rib. I didn't know what was going on, but I was extremely uncomfortable, and I kept telling the medical staff I could play. And thank God after the game, the doctor was like, hey, let's just go to the emergency room because it might be your spleen. And thank God he did that because I don't think I had a whole lot longer to figure that one out.